It doesn't matter who they pick for president, nothing's going to change. It does not matter who you vote for at all. You keep getting told that your vote matters, but your vote truly does not matter. Nothing is going to change at all. The elite are still going to control all the money, and they're getting more and more of it every day. If you truly understand how the end of democracy and the end of this capitalism shit goes, all the wealthy have all the money at this point, and it's only getting worse every day. We're only losing more and more rights to our government, and we're only losing more and more of our purchasing power. They're taking our money away by inflation. They're inflating the dollar every single day, so you have less. And the inflation is only to help these stock benefits, the stock gains. It makes their companies go up, and they're able to make money in the stock market, but that doesn't help the everyday man. I get that it helps your retirement account, but our retirement accounts, we're only putting away fucking $200 max each fucking paycheck. Like, how much are you guys really putting away on your fucking to your retirement on these 401k and TSP and whatever you're putting into your retirement? I get that the stocks going up helps your retirement accounts, but the wealthy have fucking hundreds of millions, billions of dollars at this point, and their billions are gaining so much each day that it's so minuscule to what you have now. So minuscule to what to 90, 95, 99% of the population. It's so minuscule to them because just the amount that they're getting on interest is more than we'll make in an entire year. Interest in a single day, they'll make more than we make in an entire year. And that's just on interest. That's not even working with their hands. I get that things in life aren't fair. I get that you have to have good to have the bad in life. I get that me complaining about this, I understand that life doesn't have to be fair, but that doesn't mean that we don't have to put up a fight against what is unfair. That doesn't mean that we can't make change. I'm trying to be the change that I want in this world, and I'm trying to start a movement. I don't know. I don't see on YouTube a lot people actually speaking their mind. I see a lot of pandering, I guess isn't the right word. I see a lot of people worrying about their advertisements, worrying about their money. I'm not worried about my money getting fucked up because I ain't making fucking money on here. I'm just here to tell you guys the truth. I'm here to tell you about how I really feel on shit. And shit's fucked. The U.S. is fucked. The U.S. is a falling empire. The U.S. may be fucking the descendant of Rome. Rome might never have fallen. It's just turned into fucking this. Our history's fake as fuck, and I just did a video on Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars, this fucking secret document. I gotta stop cussing so much, but this secret document, and they lay it out for us right there in broad daylight. They're ruining our education system. They've controlled the education system for 100 years now. It's fucked. And they're trying to make it worse. For fucking Christ's sake, the guy, Ghislaine Maxwell, the girl who was married to Jeffrey Epstein, the one who was getting all of his massages with these underage women and fucking doing all of his dirty work, recruiting these people. God, I'm getting lost on a tangent here with ADHD, but that Netflix fucking Jeffrey Epstein show, that shit is a fucking limited hangout. They'd go into absolutely nothing on that at all. But Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein have this fucking secret island that they lure wealthy and powerful people to blackmail them, to get them to have sex with underage women, and then they use that as blackmail if they have wives, to put it out in the public. And Ghislaine Maxwell's father, Robert Maxwell, owns all the textbooks that have been released to every kid in the United States. If you read a McGraw-Hill textbook, it was owned by Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's father. They've controlled the history even before then, but that's just the most recent example of it. Every textbook that I had in high school, a couple years ago now, I don't know how so much time has went by, but All my textbooks were owned by McGraw-Hill, and that same fucking Robert Maxwell was controlling the narrative, controlling what I learned, and it is a complete false version of reality. They've fed us a false version of reality, and so many people take it as fact because it's coming from the government. It's coming from an organization that they trust, and they have no reason not to trust them because they haven't even thought about how much they're being wronged by their own government. We're in a surveillance state that is unconstitutional at this point. We live in an unconstitutional surveillance state, and no one gives a fuck about it at all. Ever since 9/11, just a completely fabricated event where they were able to pass the Patriot Act and take away our rights unconstitutionally. And ever since then, we've only lost rights. We've only lost gun rights. We've only lost so many rights. We're not gaining anything at all. And we're focusing on so much unimportant shit, focusing on trans rights, focusing on, and I understand that they're people too. They need to have rights, but it's such a small population of people that we focus so much time and energy on. And I'm not saying to be for or against it. I'm just saying don't focus your time on shit that only is focusing on 0.5% of the population. It's 99% of the population getting fucked by the 1%, and there's so much more of us than there is of them, but we continuously get fucked every single day by them through inflation, through our wages not increasing as fast as inflation, and through the money that they make on their stock benefits, on their stock compensation. Just the interest alone, just their dividends are hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars a day. It's unbelievable how much money they can make in a day by doing absolutely nothing. Just by having money. Your wealth makes money. You don't have to work with your hands anymore once you've gotten to a certain point. And once you can pass it down to generations beyond you, once you can pay for your fucking grandkids' college, for your grandkids' entire life, that's where you can't lose the money. You can't even spend the interest that you're getting each day, and you just hoard wealth on top of wealth. You're a dragon sitting on top of its fortune, just hoarding, taking and taking and taking, sucking the energy out of the population. And in this top secret document, Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars, they lay out exactly what they're going to do to us, and they believe that we are unworthy of this benefit because we don't think. We're cattle being led by fucking dogs. We're sheep being led to slaughter. We don't think. We don't question our reality, therefore we can be controlled. They look at us the same as cattle. They want to take the energy and wealth from the unworthy and undisciplined to the worthy and the disciplined, in their words. And if you don't know what this document is, hopefully my other video is out by now, but I was feeling good. I just wanted to fucking keep rolling, see how I did. I feel like it's going pretty well so far. I hope you guys are having a great day out there, and fucking do my little YouTuber thing here and like and subscribe. I've said the F-bomb so many times, and it's not even 10 minutes into this episode, that the YouTube algorithm is going to absolutely hate me for this one, but we're rolling. We're locked and loaded. Jeffrey Epstein went down. He definitely didn't commit suicide. Who knows if he's even dead? Who knows if the body of Jeffrey Epstein is actually his body and they didn't fucking swap him out. If they didn't have eyes on him for that long, who knows if he could have been swapped out somehow. I never saw any cameras. They didn't have any fucking cameras. The cameras just happened to be off at the time of his suicide. Isn't that a coinky dink? Fucking Reddit's a psyop, though. Wikipedia's a psyop. If you look up any controversial case on Wikipedia, you're going to get a fucking narrative that's spoon-fed to you, and 95% of the population will believe it because it comes from Wikipedia. And even though that whenever you were growing up, you're not supposed to be taking any of this as fact, you can't fucking use it as a source on any of your reports, but nah, take it as fact nowadays, 100%. You just forget in 10 years' time, and now just slowly you've integrated it more and more. Now anytime you want to look up anything, you just use Wikipedia, and they take fucking donations even though they make hundreds of millions of dollars a year in revenue, and it only takes $9 million a year to run the website for an entire year. $9 million, and they bring in hundreds of millions of dollars in donations every year. Almost $1 billion in donations every year, and it takes $9 million to run it for a full year. They could run it for fucking 200 years and the servers wouldn't shut off. And yet they still beg me for $3 every time I get on it. It's crazy. If you haven't seen the Flush Simulator video, Reddit is a psyop. It exposes Reddit. In 2014, they accidentally released what the most Reddit addicted cities were, and they accidentally released the real data instead of the fabricated narrative they wanted to put out. And they showed that at an Air Force base was the most Reddit addicted city. Air Force base that only had 2,000 people in it, but it had 250,000 Reddit users. And they even have a fucking cyberspace wing in this Air Force base that fucking, where they just have a bot farm basically. And I couldn't believe some of the shit that I had seen on Reddit. And that's just one example. I'm sure there's many more bot farms all over the United States and all over the world on Reddit, but I just could not believe that some of the shit I had seen on Reddit is an actual opinion of a real person. Reddit is fucking rage bait at this point. Every time I get on Reddit, a Reddit that isn't even mine, I'm not even subscribed to, will pop up, and I'll just get pissed at it. And it's crazy. I don't know why I get on it. I'm addicted to fucking the blue light on my phone, I guess. But who isn't? What's your guys' screen time out there? Fucking drop a comment in the comments and help me out with the algorithm, motherfuckers. I've dropped the F-bomb way too many times, and I need all the help I can get. I can't fucking be funny on the podcast. I'm always trying to be funny. I'm trying to make it a comedy podcast, but whenever I get on a rant, I'm just focusing on exposing the CIA and exposing the government for the shit that they're doing, exposing the pedophiles, exposing the elite. I wonder if my fucking camera is just going to keep focusing and unfocusing on me, and it's going to be like a shitty video. Hopefully not, but we'll see. I don't really know. I was just feeling good. I thought I would record a podcast for you guys. I'm fucking pissed at the internet. I'm pissed at how many bots there are, and I don't use Twitter, but I hear that place is just fucking bot infested. Half the accounts on there here are bots, and they use it to farm engagement. Speaking of bots, there was a guy that was arrested for fucking... So he made a bunch of AI music, just releases over and over again, a bunch of AI-generated music that sucked, and then had his bot farms go and stream those songs over and over again. So Spotify paid him the big bucks by his bot farm just streaming over and over again. He was racking up millions of views and over fucking $5 million. I think it was $9 million, but don't get me. I'm not here to fucking quote exact numbers, but I think it was around $9 million, and that's a fucking grift right there. That's good money. I'm sure that's happening all over. I'm sure he's just one of the first ones to get caught, but the bot farms have to be making money. They have to be doing it for a purpose. It's not just, there is the instances going on in Air Force bases where they're trying to create a narrative and they're trying to make you think that all these other people around you have an opinion, so you're crazy if you don't have that opinion. That's the point of the bots on there. But the bots on Twitter and the bots on Spotify, they have to be making money. To spend the manpower and the money on getting these bots, they have to be going towards something. They have to be going towards YouTube views, Spotify views. Oh, I'm sure YouTube has a bot problem. I'm sure that YouTube is paying out money on bots, and they're stingy, so I know that if there was a problem in bots in the past, I'm sure they've cracked down on it, and I'm sure it's not as bad as it used to be, but there's no way it's all gone. I'm sure there's bot farms on YouTube on certain videos. I see bot comments all the time on YouTube, and I don't even know what it's for. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got here today. I just wanted to let you guys know what I'm feeling. The president does not matter. It does not matter who you vote for. Your vote doesn't matter. That's why I've never voted. And if I had voted, then fucking 50% of the people would just be like, you voted for this guy, so you're wrong. And then if I vote the other way, then the other 50% says, you voted for this guy, you're wrong. See what happened? And they're just going to act like they had hindsight's 2020, and they're just going to be like, yeah, you voted for this guy, so look at all this wrong shit that happened. I can blame you for this because you voted for him. And that's why we need to fucking... There's another F-bomb again, but we need to stop worrying about what was, and we need to worry about what is and what will be. I'm trying to create a better future for my kids, my wife, and my grandchildren, my future grandchildren. I want them to live in a world that I'm proud of, and I'm not proud of this world that we live in now. There's great things, don't get me wrong. I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with some things about this country, but this country has wronged so many people for so many years. Not just this country, but this world. This country is on top. This country rules over them all, but there's wrongs going wrong all over the world, and I'm here to make it right. I'm here to do my best to make it right and to make the world a better place, one video at a time. Peace.